All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of 3 Pound Fishing. We are out here on Ren Lake today, and we've got all these new hair jigs available. So I figured, hey, today we're gonna have a little fun. We're gonna see which ones are the hottest. These are kind of some of the new colors right here. So hair jigs on Ren Lake, that's what we're doing. Looking for big fish. We're up here in Ina. Gonna have a fun time. I love it. Early in the morning, we gotta look at that. Ooh, baby. And we're going to be here for the next couple episodes having fun time, because as that sun rises, these fish are going to hit the structures. Probably going to get some loners, but using the Savage, stay tuned. Big fish going in the boat. Appreciate you guys. Have a good one. All right, so you might ask, why am I at Rend Lake? I'm at Rend Lake because I like the change in techniques. So we cast all the time on my home lake, but at Rend Lake, we typically straight up vertical jig, with or without a split shot to supplement it. It's a shallower fishery. In my opinion, more like tournament fishing. So it's definitely a good contrast. Plus, I always get the opportunity then to use the Savage, because that's tournament, that's, you know, vertical jigging, and that's what this lake provides. Structure fishing, so unique. I like to mix it up. I just totally like to mix it up. I love these guys that are just laying on the limb right here, and it's hard to make him out at 9 feet, but he is definitely laying on the limb right there, and they tend to be a better fish. Now, I always tell people my first couple of fish on Rend Lake tend to be smaller, just because I'm getting used to the size difference. If we could ever get it on his nose. There it comes. There it is. There he is. He's fine. And there we go. All right, not a bad starter. Just an eater fish. Now, if you don't know the limit here at Rend Lake, let me enlighten you. This is probably about a 10.5-inch fish. This would go as a big. You get 10 fish over 10 inches. These guys are very aggressive. 10 over 10. And that's actually, it's about a 10.5-inch fish. So not big fish, but it would consider to be one of your bigger fish, at least for your day. And so you always have to be very careful about what size fish you're actually keeping. And then it's 15 unders. All right, that's gonna be pumpkin, small fish. All right, there's our target right there. He looks like he'd be a pretty decent fish. We go slow. I went back to the 1/16 ounce just to see if we can have them see it just a little bit better, and hopefully that's the right move. We went with them. There we go. There he is. All right. All right, so here's the story. That was the black and chartreuse jig. We're gonna see what works here, but so far that's not a bad one. Decent fish, over and again, not a monster, but an over. This is a 1/16 ounce. I got my little split shot here, about 7 inches up off of it, about 6 inches up off of it. I'm just using the optimized sniping braid with the Savage. A little finickier than I would like at this time of year, right, to be honest with you, but we're so early in the morning that, you know, we're gonna see what transpires. Usually typically around 8 o'clock, 8:30 gets pretty good. So, but we're going to keep cycling through these jigs to see what color works. Typically, one of my favorite colors on Rend Lake is gold. I don't have any hair jigs built up with gold, but We have such a variety of new colors that I'm going to be trying all of those as well. And I did something special here. I'll show you something I did do. So you can actually purchase, these are all new 1/16 ounce Let's Go fishing packs. So I'm going to keep this out and try some of the new colors. I think something we might, in fact, we'll try it right now. The new pink bite right there. I like it. I think it pops. So we're going to try that one actually right now, but easy to be organized and nice and small. So. Small guy. Beautiful fish. This looks like it could be a good fish here, guys. Can hardly see it through the, I don't know if that's just water movement or what, but good fish here. All right, so far we're just getting just barely over overs, man. Nothing too big, but that 1/32 ounce bait seems to be working a lot better than the 1/16, and I just think it's because it allows them to actually get a hold of it. I'm kind of widening out my hook just a little bit, just to get a little bit more of a, if they short strike it, they can actually get hooked up on it, and it definitely seems to be working a lot better. So, but right now we're still only on those 10 to 11 inch fish, which is not doesn't excite me too much, but at the same time I'm just trying to figure out what colors are working. And right now I've got the black, white, and gray jig on right now, and it seems to be doing the ticket. Savage is working flawlessly. I'm using it as a 13 footer. For you guys that don't know anything about the Savage, if you watch my channel, you know about it. It can actually be changed from a 13 to a 15 to a 16 to an 18 footer. And right now I'm using it just as a 13 footer, along with the counterweights, which makes it absolutely feel, flawless, lightless, absolutely balanced. So those counterweights are critical in my opinion. All right, there's one right there. All right, best of the day. All right, guys, that's the best of the day. And that came on the pumpkin jig right there. Good fish right there. We're gonna let it go. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna say that the pumpkin was probably the best. Here, let me give you better light right here. At the end of the day, I think pumpkin is probably the best, although I think they all worked. I definitely liked switching up to the 1/32 ounce as well, just to try it out. I didn't try the swamp, which is probably my favorite color right here, but I really wanted to try a lot of the newer colors. I even did Pretty in Pink. Pretty in Pink's a really awesome color right here, right there. But at the end of the day, I'm going to go with pumpkin. If I were to come here right now, I'd say pumpkin is a great summer color here on Rend Lake. Definitely majority of the fish caught. We didn't show all the fish at all, but right now it's just slow and go here on the lake, and it's fantastic. So do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. If you're really interested in some of the behind the scenes stuff that I do, join the membership, hit the join button. It's very inexpensive. I do waypoints. In fact, I'll set up a waypoint today on where I'm fishing right now for those members that want to get access to that. I believe that's the gold level. So appreciate you guys. Take it easy.